A stainless steel uni tank that's affordable, portable, and now comes with a Glycol jacket. I give you the Brewtools MiniUni Plus. A few months ago, we did a deep dive on the Brewtools MiniUni. We went over all the features, different usages, and how it's a platform that can be built upon with all the available accessories. At the time, the only thing we mentioned that was notable was there was no way to chill it, to control the fermentation temperature. They were not offering any type of immersion, so you had to go to a third party or move it in a walk-in cooler, etc. But Brewtools solved that problem almost immediately and came out with the MiniUni Plus that has a full Glycol jacket. Before we dive into the Glycol jacket, let's go over some of the features that have carried over from the MiniUni platform. First off, let's start with the finish. It's called the Pure Blast finish. It's easy to clean and it also requires no passivation. And building on how easy to clean it is, it's got a 4-inch TC top and a 2-inch TC bottom. So you can get your hand in there, get your hose in, etc. It comes with a mounting bracket, so you could wall mount this, and there's a ton of possibilities that opens. You could have the fermenter on the wall, you could turn it into a hot liquor tank, cold liquor tank, stack them up or line them up, etc. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a ton of accessories. Starting up at the top here, you'll see this pressure pack, which I love. It does not come with the unit, it is an added accessory, but it allows you to ferment under pressure. It goes up to 30 PSI. It's got a gas in, bev out. It's got this spunding valve and a PRV in the back here. One thing to note, since we're talking about pressure, is always safety, 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 safety first. So anytime you're unhooking this, make sure you pull that PRV, check your gauge, pull the PRV again just to make sure and release any pressure that's in the unit. And as you can see on the unit we have here today, it has legs on here. Those don't come standard, but they screw right in there. The other thing worth mentioning, there's a 2-inch TC port on the bottom there. So I've got a reducer going to a butterfly, 1.5-inch butterfly valve. So you could, harvest your yeast, drop your trub out, etc. All of this is covered in our previous video, all these accessories that come on the base unit, including a separate video where we go over just the pressure pack itself. All right, so now let's focus on what's new about the MiniUni Plus. So let's start with these 2 TC ports in the front. So as you can see, I've got a thermal well here to control the Glycol side of things, which we'll go into in a minute. You can put a serving port on here, racking arm, things like that. So you've got options to do with these 2 TC ports. The other cool thing is you're gonna notice they're through the jacket. So, this entire surface area of the jacket is accessible to the beer, and then you've got your TC ports allowing for various options on the front here. Speaking of the Glycol jacket, like I mentioned, it goes from top to bottom. I mean, it's probably 80, if not more % of the entire volume of this has the jacket around it. So you're getting kind of that maximum surface area, and that's really important for temperature control. Also, let's talk about, cooling's one thing, but there's also heating, right? So Brewtools actually has a heater element that you could put in one of these ports that'll heat internally, and it's a low wattage heater, so you could heat and cool in this one unit. All right, so let's go move over to the cooling side. So let's hook this up to a Glycol, kind of go over how all that works. All right, so the first thing you need is these 3/8-inch MPT fittings that Brewtools sells. We have them available on our website. They basically thread right in, and it's gonna be a quick disconnect. Why I like quick disconnects, and I'm stoked that Brewtools went with them, is you can keep that precious Glycol inside the unit and inside your chiller and unhook this, clean it off, and keep that liquid good for your next brew. Like I mentioned earlier, we have a video going over Glycol, but let's quickly kind of cover what it is. It's basically a thermal transfer. So you're putting in a super cold liquid. It is taking that heat and transferring it to the colder liquid, going in and then back into the chiller and kind of doing that thermal transfer between the two. All right, Brewtools offers an amazing Glycol system that does a commercial style, first in, last out style loop. And we'll have a PDF you can check out about that unit. But you could use, if you already have a Glycol chiller or any type of system, you could use that as well. So it's not proprietary. Right, so for ease of use, and because I already have one on hand, I'm gonna go ahead and hook this up to the Brewbuilt Ice Master system. All right, so super easy to hook up. First thing I did was put the temp probe in the thermal well. That's gonna determine the temperature and know if it needs to turn on or off the Glycol system. Next thing I did was hook up the in and the out. Started pushing the Glycol through there. We wanna go from the bottom to the top because air has a tendency to rise. So we wanna make sure there's no air bubbles in there. You don't wanna be pushing liquid and constantly cavitating on itself. Well, there you have it. Brewtools continues to make innovative and impressive products. The MiniUni Plus is pushing the boundaries of what a home fermenter could be and truly is a platform that you could use in various facets, not just fermentation. A glycol jacket is the best way to control your fermentation temperatures, and I really like what they've done with the surface area. For a stainless steel conical fermenter, it's an amazing price, so I think you're gonna start to see a lot of homebrewers using these. Like I said, it's a platform that you can build on, so you get the unit for a great price and you add the accessories that you need for your fermentation and your homebrew setup. Learn more and get yours at morebeer.com.